Hi, welcome to Texas Lone Wolf. And today's topic we're going to be discussing is, this might be to the demographics of women 40 plus. So we're going to go ahead and discuss the dating prospect after 40 plus onwards. So we're going to go ahead and put up an image of a 40 plus year old woman up here. She's not bad looking for her age, but however, she wants to date under 40 plus. I'm telling you, this is this is about the time where women usually that are married for a very long time decide to go ahead and call it quits in their marriage and decide to try to go out and level up in a dating pool or a dating world where there's a lot of men. Now, but there is a problem here. There is a great big problem here, okay? Now, the problem is, since feminism has started way back before our time, and it progressed from awesomeness to being misandric, so to speak. So, women have gotten more and more rights to do wrong and not be accountable for it, right? So you can blame feminism. Feminism lied to you. They say, well, women, you can have it all. The world is yours. You can have children late. But we have a problem here, okay? The problem is you cannot combat Mother Nature. You can't trick her. And you sure can't trick Father Time either. Father Time is coming whether you want him or not. Father Time will show up unexpected at your doorstep. You're going to say, them eggs you got, poof, they're gone. Now what you going to do? All right. All that shine and sheen you have, give that up. Let me give you something else. Flaws. Oh, your beautiful shiny hair? I'll take that. Here's gray. Here's your gray hair. Oh, that beautiful shiny skin? Give me that. I'm going to give you flaws. You remember how hot you used to be back in the 20s when you hit the double digits of 40s? Oh no, your beauty, give that up. I'm going to give you flaws. Father Time is not going to be tricked. He's coming for his payday whether you want him or not. It depends on how you take care of yourself. To the women I'm talking to on this broadcast, depending on how well you take care of yourself, how you carry yourself, and how you work out and everything, you should age gracefully. And remember that feminine voice when you were back in your 20s? He's going to change your pitch a little bit. He's going to change that tone of your voice, of a hair, to where you sound more masculine. Hey, this is Father Time working in overtime, all right? So, dating in your 40s, competition is fierce. So, guess what? Now, to the 40-year-old women that actually filed for divorce, got out of a marriage, and their kids grown up and moved on, started their own families, and you think, oh, well, you know what? It's time for me to relive my lifestyle. It's time for me to go ahead and relive my time when I was young. I got bad news for you women. No man is going to commit to you after the age of 40. unless he's got something wrong with him, or unless you go out and find someone that's disabled, and that's the only way that you're going to get a man to be locked down with you, if he's disabled. But a lot of mature women are wanting commitment, but they haven't done soul searching. So we're going to go ahead and cover a story in Korah, so to speak, or actually read it. Now, I'm going to touch up on this topic right here. And, I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to answer this question. All right, I'm going to answer this. Now, you may want to pay attention. All right, I'm going to take down this picture, and I'm going to put the website up. Now, to the men in the 30s on beyond are not committing nowadays. Now, some of these guys right here were nice guys that were curved. Okay? They were curved at one time. These were the nice guys that modern women curved. They wanted to enjoy their party phase. They want to go out and explore themselves and run and have fun, go clubbing. The words of advice: what you do in your young years will catch up when you get into the mature years. Okay? What you do in your party years will catch up with you when you get mature. It's like that saying goes, you shall reap what you sow, or no, you shall sow what you reap and reap what you sow, so to speak. All right? Now, somebody wrote, it could be that he's not into you, the man that you're looking for. He could not be into you. So women in their 40s plus, do you remember at that one time when you were 20, you had options? You could pick any man you want out of the lineup and settle down with. Now, you're in your 40s, and you're building up your standards. The standards that you're building up, I mean, you're free to do what you will. But remember, the dating landscape has changed. And there's plenty of money. Men do the same thing. They don't, they go out and they go clubbing. They do stupid things. They go drinking. And most men do grow up from those clubbing years, and then they wake up and smell the coffee when it's brewing. They say, oh, no. I don't want anybody that's been there and done it. I deserve better. But see, men are waking up and smelling the coffee. So remember, what you sow, you shall reap. And this is actually scriptural. Remember this. Now, and sometimes the other, now this one right here, there's a guy that he broke up 8 years together, being together. He was not into her. See, men do change over time, okay? And women, on the other hand, they have very short seasons. Just remember this. Women are only humans that every 28 days they go through a cleaning cycle. You know that cleaning cycle is a menstruation cycle. I mean, this is normal. All right? And this is how, nature has designed you from birth to when you take a dirt nap. Okay? Now, a licensed psychiatrist made a quote right here. It said these men, sometimes years without cheating, they'll stay with you, but their inner eye is always on something else. As a man myself, my inner eye is focused on bettering myself daily. What can I do to be a better person today? And remember, each woman or each man must work on himself or herself each day to become a better version of themselves. And this starts with the person. Yes, society sits here and dictate different norms, different rules, tell you to follow this here to become successful. Don't pay no attention to society because society is so full of malarkey it's not even funny. Okay? Now, on the other hand, now you think dating in your 40s is bad? I'm reading this Reddit about from women dating their 30s. 30s is rough. That's where it started getting. That's where the dating game changed. When women are in their late teens and 20s, it's real easy for a woman to get a man in that age group. But when you hit 30s and 40s, you're not even desirable. Men don't even want to take a chance. But the dating landscape has changed in the age group right here on a demographic for women. All right? I'll give you a hint. Do you remember how feminism told women that the world is yours, you can have it all? Feminism lied to you. Feminism lied to you. If you want to follow the normal order, go by the way of the holy book that was written before our time. Not by the social narrative that was created by the bigwigs behind the scene. That's heavily funded by governmental agencies and based laws on out of emotions. And remember, with the no-fault divorces being filed, it's making it harder for a woman to find a mate after she's past 30s and 40s and on up. It's very hard to find a mate. It's very hard to find someone to spend your time with. So there's some women do get in that age group. They worry about the man leaving them for someone else. It depends on the circumstances. Okay? Now, are you going to pile up your standards so high and so unreasonable? Just picture yourself as a used car on a car lot. And your standards is the list of options that you have available. So, let's say a used car buyer is out looking for a used vehicle. Okay, does the AC work? No, the AC is broken. Uh-oh. Check. All right. Um, is the motor running fine tune? No, it burns oil. It overheats. Uh, it backfires. Oops. Check mark. There's something wrong with it. You see, all your standards, you're not going to be able to meet your own standards. You see, women, you pile up your standards when you get older to expect to find a mate. And this is a buyer's market. And the buyers are the men. And the competition for anyone 30 to 40 plus on up, the competition's very fierce, okay? So you're going to have to compete with the younger women to get the high quality man. And as I always say, that women are born rich and die poor, and men are born poor and die rich. Remember this. And this might be offensive to some of you out there, but I got to speak the truth. You ask for the red pill of truth, you're getting it. And to be fair, anyways, here we go. Somebody wrote, my ex is 35. He wanted to get married and have kids. Relationship broke down for other reasons. Most of my only male friends around the age 2, single, pretty ones, pretty much meet someone to settle down. It would be that circle that's just weird, out of curiosity. All right. Are the guys you're talking about settling down in their career? Feel like the big thing with men, they only want to settle down when they're professionally and financially secure. Didn't I say that men born poor and die rich? They have to work their backsides off to get their financially security in place. So I want a man that's 6 foot tall, that has a mansion and blah, 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 blah. Listen. If you're 40 years old and piling up standards, you got people laughing at you with those standards. And remember, you got to lower your expectations to get a man. Oh, no, I ain't going to do that. Well, might as well be single. Well, I'm going to go clubbing and see if I can find me. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. Successful men are not going to clubs to find a wife. You can't find... I got bad news for you women. You think you're going to go to a club to find a wife? You're mistaken. One other thing I'm going to say, don't go to Home Depot looking for a husband material, because the men are over there shopping for materials to fix their house. They're not shopping for a wife there. And some women get in their head to go husband shopping at these Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that. You're running the men off. So, I wanted to put this out there, okay? And so a woman wrote this piece right here. Right here. I just got out of a relationship with a 35-year-old. I'm 30. See, this woman is 30 years old, and she's got 5 years to decide if she wants kids or not. 35 is the cutoff date. All right? Or it depends on how the body is treated. If she's a party girl, the eggs are gone. Okay? Or if she does illegal substance, the eggs are gone. And if you hit 40, deals, I mean, unless a man don't want kids, then he'll probably pick you up and wife you up. But remember, the man is the one that's calling the shots. And if you're 40 years old and you say you deserve better, just might want to alter your tone a little bit, because the dating landscape has changed. This is no longer 1988 or 1998 where women set the price. Now we got dating apps, we got Facebook dating, we got different social media dating, and opportunities are endless. Okay? And he was unsure he wanted to move the relationship forward after 2 years. He said he wasn't sure if that's what he wants. See? The man's got plenty of time to think things over on this, so to speak. And so, see, the woman's under pressure right here. By reading the between the lines, he's starting to waste her time. There wasn't anything overly wrong with our relationship, and he would have continued if there were up to him. I thought it was strange. I told myself if he wanted to marry and settle down with me, he would do it. But he's not mentally challenged. So I left him. And it was hard. See? You're just proving that if things don't go your way, you'll up and leave the man behind. But the man is going to say, that's a lesson learned. What can I learn from this lesson? The man himself is going to say, she left me. Well, I got plenty of time to think things through and build myself up in a better version of myself. But the female that left, she's panicking. And, she's being 30. She's got up to age 35 to have kids. And she wrote down here, I still think about him every other day, 5 months apart, but I think it's for the best. If he wanted to be, he would. I saw a statistic that said men after the age of 33 are 25% likely to ever marry if he hasn't already. That statistic has proven that men are working on bettering themselves, so to speak. All right? That also helped me make my decision. Well, see, her time is running out. And my ex is forever a bachelor and likely never settle down. He will settle down. He's not going to settle down with a 30-year-old. Your standards are way too high. Now, I'm a woman who doesn't want the responsibility of a family, no less of an adult for it. Creating life is a huge financial, emotional, physical, sexual burden. Really? Why do women have to clean themselves every 28 days? You're meant to procreate. All right? So you say you don't want to have kids. Well, you're helping the civilization collapse. You're part of that, so to speak. All right? Now, Remember, there are 7 stages to a man, and there are like 3 or 4 stages to a woman. Remember this. Remember me telling you this. Now, we're going to listen to a man in his mid-30s. We're going to see what he said. Mid-30s man here, honestly, it's a lot more nuisance than that. Children are a huge responsibility. A lot of people go into willy-nilly just to check a box. He's right about that. The economy is terrible. No jobs are stable anymore. He's right about that. Most people are one medical emergency away from bankruptcy. He's right about that. If I'm going to work 80 plus hours a week and try to maintain a relationship with my partner and be halfway decent father that spends time with their child, I probably lived about 60 or so at that pace. And that is mainly economic side of it. He's right about that. Did you know he hit the nail on the head? So why is it that men in the mid-30s don't want to settle down? He just put it out there. Emotionally, I worked on myself enough to merit being a good partner or a good father. See, he's growing up emotionally in the mid-30s. Or has my partner worked on himself enough to be a good partner or a mother? Or either of us in denial about that? Does one of us think we've graduated therapy or self-work? That's a good place to start. You know, he's right about that. Most people just don't. Most people go by society. Oh, just start a family. You only live once. Start a family. You can't do anything else. Think about it. No, he's right about this. So that you answer, you could be a good parent, yes. But the question is, as it should, why do you want to be a parent? Do you see the child as an extension of yourself, or as its own person? Are you doing it to find a meaning or purpose, or because you genuinely want to steward another living being into this world? Or do you want to be a parent, or is it something you just feel like people do and you want to be in the club? See, again, this is talking about being of the society norms, like sheep bleeding at the same pace. It ain't gonna work if everybody thinks alike. There are thousands of children who need parents. Would adopting to be a viable option? Does a child need to be a little half copy of you? This is what a mid-30-year-old man is wrote right here. And I noticed people that had pretty good childhood doesn't seem like a big deal. But when you've seen the other side of it and the trauma damage that runs rampant. Now see, this is talking about that cycle that keeps repeating itself. You follow me on this? It's a huge deal to sign another living being up for a life they didn't consent to, or if you're not 1,000% sure you got ability and the right reasons. My fiance and I are on the fence for this reason. She's a wonderful partner, and I try hard to be. Kids aren't a deal breaker, or a marriage was the right decision for us. So men are maturing in the mid-30s, and they're taking it slow and easy. But with the no-fault divorces that are on the table, some people take the cheap way out. Now, let's continue reading. It's not a matter of are we grown up enough, but remember, women mature faster than men in the age group of 20s plus. They always seek the same age partner. But the bottom line is the men hasn't even grown up yet. So, anyway, just wanted to put that out there and let you take a good look at the dating prospect after age 44 women. Yes, you have matured. And yes, you want to settle down. Yes, you want to go out and find someone that's serious. So you may have to find someone older than you to settle down with. You're going to turn around and say, well, my standards are here, or I got to have men that meet that. Well, you're looking at older men. They already got their money took off. All their money just took off on the back end of their career. Unless they go and look for someone younger than you. See, that is the aspect of being a mature woman that has been divorced. And remember, the dating landscape, it's really hard for anybody in that age group. Unless you find someone that does not want to have kids with you. And the dating landscape has changed. So remember, to the women that are younger than 40, if you're listening to my broadcast, your best chance is to marry now, have kids, and settle down with your man now before you hit your 40s, and then trying to look for Mr. Right, and he's gone. Basically, in a nutshell, 40s is a known age where most women file for divorces almost 80% of the time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but statistically, they file for divorce 80% of the time. So this concludes this video that you need to marry smart. All right? Anyways, that concludes this message of dating in your 40s. The competition is fierce for women. Men in your age group, they probably are not into you. They're into building a better version of themselves, or they're working on their, they're working on building. All right? Now, remember, women, if you want to get a man in this age group, lower your standards a little bit. Because if you raise them up, again, like I said, it's like a used car on the car lot. The buyer is going to look at the list of amenities. If he finds one or two things wrong, the price got to go down a little bit before he buys you. Okay. I just want to say thank you very much for watching the video. Hope you found this video very educational. And listen, I don't make the rules. Mother Nature and Father Time makes the rules, okay? Don't get mad at me as the author of this video, okay? Now, again, you take it easy and peace out.